So out of the dugout, all of them, most of them?
I call all of them. I like to give our pitchers the autonomy to shake if they want to. I feel like if we've done our job properly developing relationship and letting kids understand what their strengths and weaknesses are, we understand what their strengths are for that day, that they should have the freedom to shake if they want. They don't do it often, but when they do, whether it's a positive or negative result, we talk about it. And I want them to have some element of ownership in the game, but the reality is we have access to a lot more information than the kids do, and we just want them to focus on executing their pitch.
So that's the reason they don't call them themselves?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. When you were coming up, were you calling the pitches when you were pitching or catching?
I was a pitcher, and it was pretty split. I think that it's probably more pronounced now that you'll see coaches call the game, especially at the college level. I know that there's a lot of different opinions of it. I think probably in youth baseball it's a good idea to let the pitchers and catchers kind of learn on their own and let them call their own game. That's just my opinion. But at this level, when we're playing to win and we're trying to put kids in the best spot to succeed, we just think that it's the best thing for our guys.
Is that usually what happens in college ball, especially at the D1 level? Most of the guys calling the games?
I would say the overwhelming majority of coaches call it from the dugout. I think once in a while you'll run into a circumstance where you have a really, really experienced catcher behind the plate and you'll kind of give that responsibility to him. But I think it's kind of on a case-by-case basis. I would say the overwhelming majority calls pitches, and in addition to calling pitches, pickoffs and defensive shifts, pitch outs, things like that. It's not just what pitch is being thrown, but also letting the defense know what's coming so they can adjust their positioning based on what they think the hitter's going to do with that pitch.
Okay. What about the wristband system? Do you use the wristband system?
We do. It's a series of numbers that the greatest asset for us is that it's really changeable and adaptable. And in this era of college baseball where so many games are on television or it's so easy to find an internet web stream, it's easy for teams to pick signs. So we can change out cards every inning if we need to, and that way we don't duplicate any signs. In any given game, we usually have 3 to 6 different cards in play. Now, in addition to that, you'll see me give 4 signs out. There's only 3 numbers on the card. One of the 4 signs is dead, and we sometimes change that inning to inning too. It sounds like a little bit of paranoia, but that's just really where the game is at right now. Any advantage you can take, you try to take.
I've heard of, and this was at the NCAA level, where there were 3 guys giving signals, kind of like the football model where, one of those is live and the other ones are not, but that way they were worried about somebody stealing their signs. And at the college level, you got more guys in the dugout. Yep. They can be watching that kind of thing. At the high school level, I don't think the coaches have time to focus on what's going on in the other dugout.
Yeah, and you also are only playing teams once or twice, where we're always going to play 3-game series, especially against our conference opponents. And like I said, you can find those games on TV, so if you don't change something up, you just run the risk of somebody stealing signs. And I don't view it as an ugly part of the game. I feel like if we're playing cards and you're going to show me yours, I'm going to look. So it's not like we're actively trying to steal signs by using any illegal mechanisms, but if a coach is getting into a pattern and he's going to tip onto what they're trying to throw, we're going to take advantage of that.
Are you having your guys talk between innings about what their tendencies are and those kind of things?
We usually try to brief them with a scouting report before the game based on whatever day's starting pitcher that we're going to face, plus the lineup that we're going to face and some of their tendencies. In game, we keep several charts, probably the most valuable being the pitcher tendency chart, which lets us know what tendency they fall into and what count. If a guy, when he gets behind, he almost always throws a fastball, or if on every 3-2 count a guy throws an off-speed pitch, usually by the 2nd or 3rd time through the batting order, if a pitcher is falling into those patterns, we can usually kind of key in on it. It's just a part of the game.
So you, for the most part, you're calling the pitches and Mik is calling the hitting signals, is that right?
Yeah, Mik runs the offense. He runs it from the dugout where Coach Woods is coaching third, and he's kind of just responsible for managing the base runners. And obviously Coach Pav's at first base managing the guy there, but the offense runs through Mik in the dugout.
Okay, thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you.